I had felt for some time that the audience involvement with a film should really begin with the very first frame. There seemed to be a real opportunity to use titles in a new way, to actually create a climate for the story that was about to unfold.
Titles at the beginning of movies are the definition of a first impression. More often than not, title slides are usually styled to accommodate the look and feel of a film. One of the best ways to describe them is that they set the tone of the movie and draw attention to how it is packaged. What I mean by this is that the title slides fall in the same category as movie posters. The text and imagery associated with it help define the film as a whole. For example, in this clip of The Avengers, the title slide is used creatively to answer a question.
As of right now, we are at war.
What do we do?
A character asks, "What should we do?" And the next slide is the movie title providing an answer for that question.
Now, maybe it's a small thing, but the way art is packaged has always fascinated me. Because packaging like this is just another thing that the artist has to choose. It ought to be a creative decision like all the creative decisions that went into the work itself. Of course, when you're dealing with big properties and millions of dollars, artists don't always or even usually get to choose what a film or a book title is going to be. The book cover or the movie poster is often designed with commercial incentives in mind, but that's not the case for all art forms or even all forms of packaging. Whedon obviously had to name his film The Avengers, but he found an interesting way to work that title into the film.
In this clip from Casino Royale, the filmmakers knew they needed to continue the iconic James Bond introduction sequence, but altered it to show that this was a different type of Bond altogether. What makes a good movie title is also totally subjective. All involved agree that a bad title can hurt a film, and most believe a good one can help, but determining which is extremely tricky, and quantifying the impact that a film's name has on its box office performance is all but impossible. Many movies are based on material from another medium, like a novel, a comic book, or a play. They come with their own titles, but those are frequently switched for the big screen, usually for the better. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep was a fine title for Philip K. Dick's novel, for example, but Blade Runner made a much better movie title. Short, sticky, informative, and intriguing are all qualities that a good movie title has, according to the experts, but even that varies from film to film and genre to genre.
After hours, it was this wild, crazy night that you followed this character around. The way he shot it and cut it was very, very rapid. So I shot the titles. They were just simple in the middle of the screen, but they came in for a very short time. So you had to read them and keep up with them. And by the time it was over, your heart was beating at the right pace so that you could then keep track of the story. Many people have said, I sometimes can't tell that you did it because you always just do something different. Whereas a lot of other designers that I have competed with have a style that's so specific, people can always tell, I know that wonderful design is fine, but if it can be relevant to the movie and solve the problems that the designer is trying to solve, that's the best challenge, is to be able to do something like that.